Well, it's been a big week for Coach Gary Pinkel, the Missouri football program, and we are here at his offices. And first of all, Coach Pinkel, you've got like a new living room here at the Football Training Center. This is really sharp, the trophy case, and most of these are under your watch just the last 5 or 6 years. You must be awfully proud of your new decor and, more importantly, all your accomplishments.
Well, I think that what we're trying to do is present Mizzou football at the highest level, and we went on an 18-year-old recruit walks through that door. The presentation of our academic All-Americans, the past All-Americans, people who played in bowl games, the NFL, all of those players are recognized, and we certainly have a lot to be proud of, and this presentation I think it really is a real plus for us in recruiting.
Yeah, unfortunately for you, I have no eligibility left, but I'm extremely impressed by all the trophies. And you folks really get a chance to come out and see this here. It's amazing what you've done to the building and what you've done with the program. And the timely question, of course, this week is the NFL draft. Aldon Smith goes 7th to the 49ers, Blaine Gabbert 10th to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Missouri football's been around a long time. Had a lot of first-round picks, but never two taken among the top 10 players in the same draft. That is something.
Yeah, I think that was impressive. I think I'm really happy for both of them, first of all, because they've worked very, very hard, and they're great competitors, and they're great kids. So I'm excited about that. It's certainly great for the University of Missouri, and the publicity that we're getting, this very positive publicity helps our university. And that's important to me. And then certainly for our program, you know, I think we're second in first-round picks in the last 3 years in the nation.
Only behind Alabama.
Yes, and then so I think all those things are important as we build our program. And you know, if you win 40 games in the last 4 years, there's reasons why you do it. And by the way, that's 7th in the BCS in winning in the last 4 years. So you know that you're going to have players drafted high to be able to win at that level, and hopefully this is all about recruiting and people wanting to stay here at Missouri because you can accomplish all your goals here.
And it's also about player development. I remember when you arrived, gosh, now 11 years ago, you talked about the importance of player development. How have you gone about developing, albeit talented players to begin with, but to the level where so many can go at such a high rate to the NFL?
Well, I think it first starts with recruiting. You know, one thing that we really try to do is we try to recruit kids with speed potential. And how you evaluate that is generally explosiveness testing. So you find out if they were at a camp or somewhere, what their vertical jump was, what their standing long jump is. You're trying to look at those kind of numbers, track numbers, long jump, 100 meters. So it might not be the greatest player, but we know we give them to Pat Ivey, our strength and conditioning coach, and then that's the next step. The next step is we give these athletes that have speed potential to Pat Ivey in our player development program. And he makes them faster, stronger, quicker, mentally tough. He's as good as there is in America. He's a tremendous asset, him and his team of people. And they just work right hand in hand with us. You know, we're all part of the same team, part of the same family. So that's really been the kind of formula. And so you know, we just got to keep doing it. You know, keep doing it at a high level.
Just a couple questions about your current team. Obviously, you will have a new starting quarterback with Blaine off to Jacksonville, and everybody asks me, of course, who's the starting quarterback going to be? And I say, if I know one thing about Gary Pinkel, he's an honest guy. It's an open competition between James Franklin and Tyler Gabbert. That won't be decided most likely until pretty close to game time, perhaps.
I don't know what's going to get decided. You know, that'll happen. You know, I think we get two. You know, Tyler and James Franklin. You know, they're both competitors. They both did good things this spring, and we're going to let it sort itself out. You know, and it will. But certainly, you know, we also can't just have one good quarterback. We're going to have two. So, you know, let the competition go. And everything, this whole program is based on competition. And the people that will tell you that is our players, because they respect that. They know that's what it is. If you prove you can play, you're going to play. And it doesn't matter. There's no pecking order here, okay? You come in, Brad Smith comes in, he beats out a 3-year starter at quarterback. And that's a great example of that's the way we do it here. So I look at our players and say, it's up to you, show us. And that's hopefully we can do that.
And Coach, on the other side of the ball, you led the Big 12 in defense last year. You lose the great Aldon Smith as a top 10 pick to San Francisco. Yet, man, I look at the defensive line and what depth you have there up front, which ought to bode well.
The most we've ever had, and what a good place to have. Yes. You noticed in the draft yesterday, all the defensive ends that were getting picked, and you know why? Because those are they can counter the great quarterbacks. It's kind of even the quarterbacks and defensive ends, the guys that can win games, and the guys that stop the quarterbacks from winning games. And we were very fortunate. Craig Kuligowski's done a great job. I think we've recruited well here, and Brad Madison was a backup last year, was a second-team all-conference player. But there's other names, and you know who they are, that are competing, and we're going to play a lot of players, and I think that's exciting.
Finally, just about the new-look Big 12 going forward. Only 10 teams with Nebraska and Colorado gone, but that means an extra conference game, so a total of 9. Schedule will not be any easier, Coach, will it?
Well, theoretically, when you set it up like this, and you have that ninth game, BCS game within your league, we are knocking one of our teams out of a bowl game. By the end of the year, the Big 12's knocking one of them out. That was a choice that they had made. But that being said, I think it's great. I think it's you have 3 non-conference games, so your philosophy on scheduling is going to be very important. How you deal with that. We've already added another BCS game, as you mentioned, but it's going to be. I think it's going to be a great league. I think it's going to be a better league overall. The one thing we're all going to miss a little bit will be the championship game, because that's what everybody's going to. That's what the Big 10 did. That's what the Pac-10 did. It'll be interesting. I have Big 12 meetings next week down in Dallas, and one of the questions I'm going to ask is there any plans? I know we're going to stay together as a league, and it's going to, for all the right reasons. And now, is there any plans to expand to 12 and get back to that championship game in the next 4 or 5 years? It'd just be interesting to see what the thinking is.
Yeah, interesting. Well, Coach, you've certainly had tremendous success within the Big 12, and really a great day with the NFL draft. That's a cool deal. A lot of us have been here a long time and not seen that. Bang, bang, the double bang theory in the top 10 of the draft. So congratulations. I know it's a proud time for you.
Yeah, it's, and you're very nice and say that you did this, but this is about a team here, We got a lot of good people here. This is a well-oiled machine here, whether it's the academic people or our strength and conditioning staff or the medical staff or the equipment people or the food service or nutrition or the coaches. How you have a good organization is all these people unselfishly working to be great. And so we're working real hard to do that.
We can tell. It's evident by all these trophies over Coach Gary Pinkel's shoulder. Folks, thanks for your attention to Coach Pinkel. We always stand at attention when the coach speaks, of course.
That's good.
I figured you'd appreciate that. And we're back right after this.